And we are live. Don't get it twisted. We are doing our top 10 offensive players for the 2022-2023 season. If you watch the defensive players list that's coming out on Wednesday, that was filmed 2 minutes ago. I changed my shirt because I'm a gangster. But yeah, let's jump straight into it. Top 10 offensive players. I kicked off number 10 last time, so I want you to kick off number 10 this time. Go ahead, Mike.
At number 10, I've got a wide receiver.
I also have a wide receiver.
Right now, his 2022 team is a free agency. And I got Julio Jones at number 10 because I fully believe that Julio Jones will forever and always has been, always will be one of the best receivers in the league. No one can ever tell me any different. I've seen this dude do too much too often. I've seen him get, and a lot of times, whether he might be hurt or it just doesn't seem like the ball is getting to him at all. I don't know what it is. I don't think his stats recently have portrayed the kind of player that Julio Jones is. This dude was just another Megatron at some point. Like
you're not wrong.
The dude was top 3 receiver in the league at all points at one point. And then he gets traded, and all of a sudden, I don't know what happened, but could be the Tannehill effect. I don't know. Throwing it out there. Anyways, I think Julio Jones is a dog, forever will be, always will be. I hope he finds a team, and I hope this dude goes crazy.
I hope he goes to the Lions.
I hope he does too.
I hope he goes to the Lions.
I hope he does too.
Bro, I'm speaking that shit into existence.
All
right, at number 10, I got a wide receiver, Super Bowl contender in JaMarr Chase. He had 1,600 yards as a rook.
Mm-hmm.
He had 10 touchdowns as a rook.
Yep.
Bro, you gotta just put that guy in there. He's 21 years old, and he did all of what he did. He was the best receiver on his team, so he always was against the best corner on the other team, and he still put up the numbers that he did. He had the drops in the preseason. He had the drops during the regular season. I think he had 9 drops throughout the year. Not great. 9 drops is not anywhere in the top 10 conversation. But when you put your 9 drops next to your 10 touchdowns and 1,600 yards, I can tell you you're top 10. I don't care if you have 9 drops.
I respect it. I can tell you he's not on my list, but
hey, I'm not even mad. I'm not surprised he's not on your list. I actually was going back and forth for about 15 minutes after, because I did 1 through 9 easy, and then for number 10, I was like, "Fuck, dude! Like this is tough. Do I put JaMarr? Do I don't put JaMarr?" I don't remember who I was going back and forth with, but I ended up going with JaMarr just because you're not gonna tell me as a rookie you're putting up those numbers and you're not top 10. Like it's just what it is. It's the Micah Parsons effect. It's the same thing we talked about.
Yeah.
Micah Parsons definitely had his off moments in this season, but he was clearly head and shoulders above the rest of the class. And I think that's the same thing with JaMarr Chase.
I mean, you gotta respect it. Can't be mad at it. Not for 1 second.
At number 9, I have another wide receiver, and I got Tyreek Hill from the Miami Dolphins going in at number 9. You know, I watched a couple of his podcasts yesterday, and his agent was really complimentary of him, as an agent kind of should be. But he was like, "You can run every route." I have no doubt in my mind Tyreek can run every route, but I haven't seen him run every route. So I can't put him any higher than this because, in my opinion, from what I've seen with my own 2 eyes, he's a go guy. And if you're the best go guy to ever do it, you're the best go guy to ever do it. But I can't put you any higher because I've never seen you run a fucking slant.
Mm-hmm. Tyreek Hill's also on my list. He's actually only on 8. Hey, I don't mean to jump ahead, but since we're here, he's really not that high on my list either. I got him at 8. Same. Right. I mean, Tyreek Hill at 9. I actually have a tight end for the Raiders. I got Darren Waller.
Bro, that's who I was going back and forth with JaMarr with. That's who it was. Because I have 2 tight ends on my list.
This is my third. This is my third tight end on this list. Darren Waller.
I respect it.
Raiders. Yeah,
I respect it. He has himself as the number 1 tight end in the league, and that's the mentality you gotta have.
There are some times where this dude is just an unstoppable force. Like there are sometimes you can watch this guy play and it's like there's nothing you can do.
There's
Like
nothing.
I don't know how you're supposed to stop that. It's just dude's a freak. It's just
I like it. No, don't get me wrong. I love you have him at 9.
9. Yep.
I love it. I love it. I wouldn't put him any higher than 9.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad that you put him at 9. Darren Waller is a dog. He was gonna go 10 in my list until I just decided to go ahead and suck JaMarr Chase's nuts.
He's
So
an honorable mention for me at 9.
definitely an honorable mention. Like Darren Waller is 11. Fuck it. I put Darren Waller at 11. All right.
Yeah, and
My
then like I
number
said, I got
8,
Tyreek Hill at 8.
I got George Kittle, tight end Niners. I got
Yep.
my tight end, George Kittle, at
Mm-hmm.
number 8. That guy, he blocks better than any tight end in the league, period. He has more pancakes in a season than his offensive lineman on his team. And I love that. You ever seen the clip of him pancaking somebody and literally
laughing into the end zone. Yep.
I love me some Kittle, dog. Kittle with the Skittles, because he got the flavor, dog. That man is a bad boy, and I got him at 8. You got Tyreek at 8. Who you got at 7, my boy?
At 7, I have yet another tight end. Not George Kittle, but this tight end plays for the Ravens. I got Mark Andrews at number 7.
Wait. You got 3 tight ends on your list?
Yeah. That fourth one you're thinking about, he's not on my list. Because at number 6, I got George Kittle. Those are my tight ends.
Okay, bro. All right. I mean, I have to respectfully disagree.
Listen, I don't care about
because the guy that we're both talking about, I have at 6. So Mark Andrews is a dog. Who the fuck else am I?
Look. Here's the thing with Mark Andrews. All right, you cannot argue with the dude who has been the most consistently reliable, and not only reliable, but also great fantasy player since he's been in the league.
He's Lamar's favorite target.
I think Mark Andrews is overlooked in the league. I love Mark Andrews. And he's on my list.
Andrews. He's in my top 4 tight ends. For sure. I think it's those 4 guys and then the rest of the field. Like, you can interchange any of those 4 guys and I won't be upset at all. Actually, I will be upset because number 1 to me is clear cut. And I don't think you have him on your list, and that offends me, and it should offend you. But at number 7, I got my first running back off the board. I got Nick Chubb, running back for the Browns. I think Nick Chubb is literally the only reason the Browns were actually okay last year. I think
that's a fair enough point. Baker Mayfield wasn't doing them any justice.
Makes that offense. Like they literally have centered their offense around the talents of Nick Chubb. And we're talking about an offense who 2 years before Nick Chubb went 0-16. And now the entire offense, and they're a playoff team, has been built around this one running back. And now everything's okay. All they need is a quarterback, and they're probably going to win the Super Bowl in the next couple of years. All because it starts with Nick Chubb and the running game.
It's about that, you make a great argument for why that man should be on his list.
I got Nick Chubb at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd you have at 7?
At 7, I have Mark Andrews. Okay. At 6, I have George Kittle. Yes, as I was saying. 6, I got George Kittle.
I have Travis Kelce. I don't really need to say anything. I feel like you are disrespectful right now. Do you have Travis Kelce on your list?
No, sir.
Bro, you're so bugging right now. How did you not have this man on your list?
Because I'd rather have George Kittle, Mark Andrews, or Darren Waller. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Darren Waller, you could literally throw him out wide as a wide receiver, and he'd do just fine. George Kittle is George Kittle. The dude is not only one of the best receiving tight ends in the league. As you said, he's pancaking everybody. And then Mark Andrews, reliable. The dude is just he's security at all times, no matter what. You look over at Mark Andrews, he's making you the play. It is what it is. He's always done it for Lamar. Whenever Lamar's in danger, he looks over to that dude. Don't need to look at anyone else. Whenever Hollywood Brown's having a bad day, who's not having a bad day? Mark Andrews. That's how I like Travis Kelce, bro. I do. I love him. All right, and he is a prototype. He also has all those things that I just said about everyone else. I just didn't put
Man, fuck it. I guess okay. Like, I guess, like, okay. I will never disrespect. Bro, I had Travis in my top 5, and then I looked at 6 through 10, and I was like, nah. And I switched it around.
here.
That's how much respect I have for Travis Kelce. I put him in my top 5 originally and was like, I can't do that to who's number 5 now. I couldn't put him outside the top 5.
I feel like I know who your number 5 is. Maybe.
Well, my number 5 is a running back,
All right, never mind then.
and he plays for the Titans, and his name is the King.
Yep.
Because Derrick Henry,
Understandable. Should be a top 5 at least.
I had him at 6, and I was like, no fucking way. I know he's coming off the injury. I know he didn't play well in the playoff game after the injury, but you're giving him an entire off seasons to rehab. And then I feel like he's just gonna go back to the same shit.
You literally have no reason to believe that he's not gonna come back and immediately start bowling through people like he already was. You want to talk about you're talking about Nick Chubb as the offense of the Browns. You want to talk about someone who was damn near the whole team. The dude was throwing touchdowns. He was running through everybody. Tannehill was aimless. The dude had no idea for a little bit how to even play football, it seemed like. And I've always
didn't
loved
need
Tannehill.
to. Ryan
Exactly.
Tannehill has the most useless job in the history of the NFL. You got to turn around and hand the ball off, and that's it. You don't got to do much else.
He does it. He continuously runs over people through 4 quarters. It's not like in the 4th quarter, all of a sudden he's tired and slowing down. No, bro.
The entire game, he's giving everyone the business.
Yep.
And you know what's crazy? He's not my top running back.
You know what's crazy? There's a dude on here that I just thought about. I guess I'll just throw it out there. I don't have Christian McCaffrey on this list.
I also don't have Christian McCaffrey on this list.
But dude just has to stop getting injured for the whole season.
Like,
just has to. But anyways, at my number 5, I have a wide receiver for the 49ers. Man goes by Deebo Samuel. Had to give him the respect. The dude went absolutely bananas the whole season.
I don't have him in my top 10.
But that's the thing about the NFL, and especially about sports, bro. It's okay.
Any given Sunday.
It's okay because I'm okay with you not having him on the list, but I feel like it's just as okay as him being on the list. You know what I'm saying?
I'm completely fine with him being on your list. Completely
Deebo Samuel, number 5.
If this was a top 15, he'd be on both lists. Oh, by the way, Demaryius Thomas, CTE after the death. Still no cause of death. Yeah, pretty depressing about that. I just got a follow-up notification. Just want to say RIP to a legend, RIP to one of the GOATs. Definitely my favorite player to watch. My favorite player of all time is Peyton Manning. So when he went to the Broncos, I loved watching Demaryius Thomas play football. Yep. I would tune in and literally not care about what Peyton Manning's stats are. I just wanted to watch Demaryius Thomas do work in 2013. So RIP to a legend, RIP to a GOAT. Let's move on. That was number 5, right?
Yeah, that was my number 5. And just my number 4 is just yet another wide receiver. I actually only have 2 halfbacks on this list, and you haven't seen either of them yet. But number 4, wide receiver, just got traded to the Raiders. I got Devontae Adams.
I have him on my list.
He's definitely one of those guys.
He's just one of those guys.
He has to be on the top 5.
If you put him at number 1, I wouldn't have said shit.
Yeah, there's no way you can overlook this man. He is ridiculous. He is ridiculous.
Love me some Devontae. At number 4, I have kind of a curveball. It's top 10 offensive players. So you got to consider everybody that plays on offense.
Yep.
And if we're going to take skill positions and stats out of it, in my opinion, he should be considered the best offensive player in the league. But since he's not a skill position, I couldn't put him in my top 3. I got offensive guard for the Colts, Quentin Nelson.
I thought you were going to say Justin Tucker or something crazy.
No. No special teamers are going on my fucking list. But Quentin Nelson's been in the league for 5 years, and he hasn't allowed a sack.
Honestly, I started, I was looking at some guards to maybe put on the list myself. Quentin Nelson came up. I was looking at him and I was like, you know what? I was already having enough trouble getting enough skill with these skill guys. I was like, I'm just leaving all the guards off the list. There's no point. I can't. It's already too difficult trying to get what I want on this list.
That's real.
I can respect it because
That's real.
should be.
But
He should be.
He should be number one.
Every franchise will throw dollar bills at that man's face. Every single franchise could use him, and therefore, I mean, if that's not a top 5, if that's not at least a top 10 player, I don't know what is.
I don't know what is. But yeah, that's my number 4, Quentin Nelson. Who was your number 4?
Devontae.
All right. Number 3. What position do you have at 3?
Halfback.
I also have a running back. What team he play for?
The Titans.
I have the running back from the Colts. I got Jonathan Taylor as my number 1 halfback this year going into the league.
I also have Jonathan Taylor as my number 1 halfback. I just have him at number 2.
All right, since we're doing that bullshit, I got Devontae Adams at number 2. So, look, my 5 and 3 and 2 are your 4, 3 and 2.
Yeah,
just in different orders.
Yeah,
I love it. I love it. You know what that means? You know what that means? That means our number 1s are the exact fucking same. And go ahead, bro. You do your thing, man. I don't even want to.
There was absolute number 1. I didn't even write his name. Just like the last list, I just wrote, "Come on, bro, Super Bowl chance." But that man, cool. How are you not Triple Crown Super Bowl MVP? The dude did everything this season. I could understand if you wanted to look at me in my eyes and say, skillfully, I would rather have Devontae Adams, and I'd be like, okay, understandable.
All good.
But Cooper Kupp
is always open.
Crown, always open, Super Bowl MVP. The dude was doing everything. And if you want to go back, right, even in 2017, 2018, when Jared Goff was looking like Super Bowl MVP, what happened when Cooper Kupp got hurt? Jared Goff
wasn't looking like a Super Bowl MVP no more.
Jared Goff fell off a cliff when he didn't have his boy always open. All you had to do was look at him.
He is Mr. Cash Money. He is Mr. Always Open. That nigga is 7-Eleven. He open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, no matter what you do.
It's impossible to argue with someone who literally led the league in everything.
I would understand if you were to tell me that players on this list are better, but nobody can tell me that he didn't have the greatest season in his position's history.
Yep.
So just off that alone, and he did that with a receiving core that included Van Jefferson, who's a dog. That included, what's his fucking name? The best receiver in the league.
Robert
Woods, best receiver in the league.
Granted, he did get hurt towards the end of the season, but that was towards the end of the season.
And then after he got hurt, who'd they sign?
Odell Beckham
Jr. And Cooper Kupp was still undeniably the best receiver on the field at all times. So I love Cooper Kupp. Love that guy. That wraps up our top 10 offensive players for the upcoming NFL season. I loved it. I love that I put a guard in there. Fuck it. I'm going to shout myself out. I put a fucking lineman in my top 10 players.
I'm happy that Julio Jones is on here. I just want everyone to know
I'm not even mad.
That this man's still here.
I'm just mad he's not on a team yet.
I'm mad that he doesn't have it back.
My man 33, I get it. He old. A lot of new talent.
He's still,
I don't know.
2 solid more years, at least, I say.
2 solid for sure. Whoever picks him up is going to get him for peanuts, and they're going to get so much production out of him for the next 2 years because my man's still 6'5". My man's still jumping over people. My man's still running faster than most corners.
He's 33, not ancient.
Yeah, he's still got a couple good years.
I don't know. But anyways.
What's up, Pop? What you looking for? Glasses. Oh, your glasses? My dad need his reading glasses. All right, my G. This was awesome. That wraps up our top 10 offensive players. Next time you see us, we'll be talking about quarterbacks. Thank you to everybody that's watching. Thank you to Mike as always. Respect, love, happiness, and football, my G. Deuces.